Okay, for non-absconders, for those people who have not absconded, 30% of that 15%, well, there's a 30% still. 25% of that 30%, $1,412,226,562.50 annually, will be going to our Department of Corrections. But not quite like you'd think. We'll get to it in a second. The remainder, 75% out of this little small allocation, will be going to the DOD, $4,236,979,687.50 annually to our DOD, Illegal Immigrant to American Citizenship Program. Dig it. And I mean pay attention, Mexican. Mexican in particular, really pay attention to this. This is your future. One new chirp, one spouse, 4 biologically matched DNA kids, 15 years or younger. You have an illegal immigrant who has never absconded. They got over here. They never absconded. They just never been caught. They've got 4 kids, 15 and under, up to 4 kids. They don't have to have 4. They can have 3 or 2. They're definitely their kids. Are DNA matched. Amigo, he married his senorita. They're happy. They want a new life in America. Maybe they're just afraid to apply because they're afraid someone's going to say no. Well, we have a program for you here. Just one of you, 1 out of the 6, 1 out of 6 of you becomes an American citizen by going through military service. The remainder, the spouse and the 4 kids, they get to go somewhere else in the meantime and wait for you. Your term is going to be 8 years in service, 7 years overseas. We have a very specific project you're going to be working on. It's part of the Our Future World project. In the meantime, your family's going to stay home on the farm / the base. Once one of the parents graduates, I don't care if it's mama, papa, once one of the parents graduates the entire program, all 8 years, they automatically, the whole family there, becomes American citizens. So if you took 6 people per family, and you had 12 million illegal workers, within a period, pay attention to this, within a period of just 1 in 6 of you go to the church, within a period of 8 years, 9 years counting processing, there would be 72 million new American citizens. 72 million. Boom. You're already here. You might as well have the citizenship too, right? Okay. That goes to the whole amnesty thing. We're talking about earning amnesty. 1 in 6 earning amnesty as forces right along with that one that would have been like that. So if they're 16 or over, the only way they can get out of this to become part of the American Citizenship Program is first go through an officer training corps and then put in the 8 years. The officer training corps will be counted towards those years. Kind of like ROTC, you know. We're going to teach them fluent English. We're going to teach them excellent math, certify that they know all that. And that's what the DOD knows what it needs. Okay, I don't care how old they are. I really don't care. If they're 16 plus, and I do mean that, 16 plus, unless it's a traffic ticket, I don't care if it's lying to the police, writing on school walls, smacking somebody upside their head, any law whatsoever broken by one of these folks, nada. They're gone. They're automatically disqualified from the program. And because we know that there's certain kids in certain families that will screw up, it'll be the choice of a parent in some cases if the whole family's out and they all head back home, or if it's just the one kid that's out. And once again, depends on the age, and we'll get into that as well. If they're under 15, if they're 15 or under, then what's going to happen is that the DOD is going to approach the parents and say, look, you got a problem child here. You need to make up your mind. Is this problem child off the farm and onto the base or what? This is about educating the kids. Allocution is a must, first off. To get into the program, every illegal immigrant must sit down on videotape with Homeland Security and any other law enforcement officials, USCIS, all of them, and allocute. We want the name, the coyote that got you here. We want who's been hiring you since you've been here. We want to know where you're staying. We want names. And by the way, for those names, once we bust them, as a tipster, you get a reward. So it's kind of it's a knife there, isn't it? It's like a snail or a slug on a knife. So you allocute, And then your kids every week. Let's say, for example, you're one of those families who your kid was put into the base because of absconder, not of non-absconder. For whatever reason, all the kids and all the bases everywhere, every week will be sitting down online on their video. And I keep thinking of Steven Spielberg and Shoah. I want them chronicled. And if there's any kind of abuse going on whatsoever, abuse of the system, abuse of the kids or whatever, they're right there online to find out. And we will be bringing reporters in on a regular basis. We want to know where the system is working, where it's not working, where to maintain, and where to improve. The spouse, dig this one, the spouse absolutely must volunteer 20 hours a week, every week, for that whole 8 years. Oh yeah. And it does mean volunteer. It's not saying you're getting paid. You're on the base. You're volunteering. And the reason this is it's kind of like a giant commune. The base and the DOD, the DOC, the Department of Corrections, is where we're sending illegal immigrant American citizenships as their layover. It's not like a real jail. It's on their way to the military. The DOD is creating bases. There's a lot of military bases out there where little towns where the bases have closed, their economies have been messed up. So you're helping those little towns by bringing back those economies just by your very presence, just by the program's very presence. In the meantime, the base is being run like some happy, farm out camps. So you got, like the moms over here are going to volunteer 20 hours a week in daycare. Everybody has a week of, like kitchen duty kind of thing. You rotate, you switch off. You keep the place clean. And I know the Mexican people, man. It's not like cucaracha. You're very clean people. Very nice. So I have faith in this. What we're looking at here is you must follow the DOD rules. And of course, DOD will make their rules. You're going to get one verbal, one written, one probationary period, and you're gone. That brings us back to if there's a problem child in the family, we'll discuss it with the spouse, and maybe that problem child is gone to avoid disqualifying the entire family. Gangbangers, totally gone. Boom, right off the top. You show gang symbols, you want to play this gang shit, you're gone. Go back to Mexico, man. Take that little, that's childhood crap. It really is. You want to get with the real program, get with the biggest gang on earth, then get with the American gang, the American federal government. That's the biggest gang on earth. And what I'm trying to do is give you a chance to go out and learn how to fly helicopters, drive boats, drop bombs, or whatever else in the world you want to do, and definitely shoot your share of machine guns too. Okay, what we're looking for is a show of gratitude. We're not looking for people that we had to go and hunt down. We aren't looking for absconders. We're looking for people who did not abscond. People who walked through the door, they allocated. They didn't give us a bunch of cane every time someone said, hey, look, you got to get this area cleaned up. They got it cleaned up. They didn't complain. We're not looking for whiners. We're looking for winners. And that's just as simple as it gets. If you don't want to comply, and you want to whine about everything, this program is not for you. If we had to hunt you down, you're on your way to prison. We're not giving you this option. No, this isn't your option if we had to hunt you down. This is for those people who walked through the doors and said, you know what? I want to be an American citizen. All of my family wants to be an American citizen. And we need to know what we need to do to get going. And USCIS will hook you right on up, get you through the process. And that goes for individuals if it's just an individual. See? So, non-compliance. We got problems with you. You're gone. You blew it. You had your chance and you blew it. In the meantime, if you think once again, 1 in 6, if 12 million of you hopped up, that's 72 million new American Mexican citizens popping in right in time for the vote. Imagine who you could put in office. How quick could you take over the American government from the inside if you just played it the American way?